Hi, Rosalind Gardner here, and today we're going to talk about local online businesses. And today I'm going to profile Lindsay Ellis, the owner and operator of Aerys Salon and Boutique here in Penticton. And so we're looking at her site now. And I want to say the good things. She does have a newsletter sign up. She does have a Facebook Lite button, so you can, join me and 29 other people and like her site. She does have a partial screen capture of what her boutique looks like. But you know what? Looking at this site, you really do not get the impression of what a wonderful hair salon this is. And I go there regularly, every 6 weeks or so, even sometimes more often, and have such a great time there. Everybody there is fabulous. The boutique itself is lovely. They even have a little patio out back, and you can sit in the sun and enjoy the flowers and just, get served coffee and read magazines and just have a lot of fun. And this white on black just doesn't really doesn't do it for me. Um, First of all, it's the whole site is too wide, right? It goes past whatever my screen resolution is, and I think it's in the 1700s, and yet that is wider than a lot of people use. Like, compare that to how my own site looks, rosalind.com, and you'll see that it comes up, still narrower than my own screen resolution. So let's go back to that. Now, the other thing is that it's white on black, and that's one thing that you should never do. Like, it's great if every person that goes to your site and everybody that uses your service is, I don't know, 10 years old or younger. But I know that Lindsay's clientele, a lot of them are my age and older and some younger, but anybody basically over the age of 40 is going to have trouble reading this. So, you might think it looks cool, but it makes it very, very difficult to read. So scrolling, well, let's look at this first. Newsletter sign up. You know what? Enter email address. The background for this form should at least be white, and then subs. Right? I'm assuming that says subscribe, but it still needs to be within the screen itself. So here we have hair services, and I like very much that they've listed all of their services and how much they cost. That's really important. Specialty services, same thing, and pricing and what they offer. And they also have team, right? Meet our team. And so, but there's nothing there. Like, it's okay. So you have to kind of click on every one of them. And so here's Lindsay. And that's a really nice picture of Lindsay. It's very small. I have to peer. And let's see here. And Donnie, her husband, Donnie. And he actually is the marketing guy. And he calls to remind me about appointments and stuff like that. Jennifer, the pictures are absolutely lovely, but they don't really do justice to the individuals. You could actually just have this all listed on one page, have each one of the people listed on one page. The other thing I notice is that there's no footer here, right? Normally you would have, if somebody wanted to contact you, you would have at the bottom at least a contact link, but it's up here. Well, it's kind of hiding up here. It's book your appointment here. What happens there is that it's a drop down with the telephone number, but it goes over the Aveda logo. So if I do a reload on this, you'll see what I mean, right? So you see the Aveda logo down here, and it scrolls down, and it's got their telephone number, their email address, hours of operation. Aveda covers up the hours of operation. So what I would suggest, as I've done before, this is, the hair services are really good, specialty services are really good. I would have an actual contact form instead of just your email address listed. And as for the team, I would have your team all with the pictures on one page, and because that's, it's not going to take a whole lot of a whole lot of bandwidth to do that. What I'm going to suggest is a Studio Press theme for you, and you can change that. You can put in your own, logo or whatever, create that. And the really nice thing about this particular theme is that you can scroll all of your pictures, right? Like just upload them to the site. You can show them what the salon looks like, especially that back patio, which is so darn cute. And so just disregard what it says here about eco-friendly solutions. This is just a template, right? So you could even get rid of this if you wanted to, write this welcome to the agency theme, whether you're a novice, blah, blah, blah. You could delete this part because you would be expected to put more in here, put something different in here, and move this up so that you have your logo and your home and a sample page and various things, and also your contact link right at the top. Maybe book your appointment right at the top, and then some pictures and right, and other resources. Now, another thing too is this would enable you to have a more dynamic site. You could blog every once in a while. I know that you do specials, Lindsay. I know that you've been contributing, having contests and then contributing proceeds to the SPCA and stuff as such. So you could actually, profile that on your page. And one way of doing that and letting everybody know about that is to put them on your list and send out email newsletters. And I know you do that as well. And we could talk about that, talk about how those email newsletters arrive separately. But you can do that automatically through your blog. So this is just actually the one I'm going to suggest. The one that I'm using here is called Metric. You might also consider something similar to this. You probably could turn this black into blue. Now, one thing you have done that I really like a lot is that you do have a Facebook page, but you could incorporate what you're doing on your Facebook page. Just recently, you've posted some nice pictures of styles that you've done, and those can actually all be transmitted to your blog, right? If you put in a little bit of um, you just have to have an app and just throw that in, probably in here, right? What's new on Facebook or something like that, and people would go to your Facebook page and back and forth. So anyway, that is a brief review for the Aerys Salon and Boutique run by Lindsay and Donnie Ellis of Penticton.